Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit the ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Okay, let's take a look again at the euro currency as usual. Well guys, yesterday we have discussed the possibility of appearing the bullish stop grabber pattern in this area, but it happens that in fact the stop grabber and achieving of the target of the stop grabber was the same candle. As you can see, we said that market should take out these highs previously has formed on the euro currency, and that has happened. So market now in fact showing the exit from this range where it stands for approximately for the 2 weeks. Well, speaking about the possible destination, well, the first area that we should keep an eye on the daily time frame at least, that is the 1618 extension of that retracement from that high to that low. Here we have 127, that was our previous resistance when the market stands. You can see in 618 target of this ABCD pattern. The next resistance is 1618 right here, and take a look, monthly pivot resistance 1. That is the October resistance 1, 136.94. So that's tight range. Also, following by the classical approach for estimating of the target of the rectangle that has been broken to the upside, usually market continues move right to the distance that equals to the height of the broken rectangle. So if you can't measure the height of this rectangle, count it to the upside, you will get approximately the same area. So that is concerning the daily time frame chart. In general, guys, speaking about the situation in the United States, and yesterday we have announced the major warnings on that subject, is that many investors think about possible risks concerning the debt sale that should come on October the 17th. And as government shut down, that's the question, who will rise the debt sale? And many people explain that this rising on the gold market, this rising of the euro and weakening of the US dollar is linked with the risks that United States will announce the technical default and so on, and debt sale will not be raised by the government. Well, my 2 cents on this subject is that I hardly believe that any default will happen by plan, because this is absolutely obvious thought that everybody knows that on October 17th will be the X day for US economy. Everybody knows about the debt sale, and it's really hard to believe that any default will happen by plan when the people right ahead of the 2 weeks will know about it. Usually any defaults or some occasional moments happens suddenly, and particularly the sudden appearing of such events hardly impact the markets and leads to the panic on the markets. When you know that some default in the United States will happen within the 2 weeks, what you will do? Well, that's why I suppose that it's very small probability that this really will happen. And what conclusion we could make an application to the euro currency? I think that euro currency still could on these fears to drift slightly higher. But when the situation will be resolved, we should expect some really tremendous plunge of the euro currency to the downside. Currently I can't predict the target of this potential move down, but I suppose that this will be minimum to the testing of the previous broken highs and untested monthly pivot point that stands around 134 area. It's right here. Well, that's just my thought on this subject, because my experience tells in the most defaults and really doom and gloom on the markets happens had happened suddenly. They never were planned, and they never happened by some as the planning action. So guys, we expect default within the 2 weeks. Oh, okay, we will come on the markets and buy some gold. Well, that's just absolute nonsense, I suppose. Well, that's why explanation that currently EUR is growing because people expect that United States dollar will fall into default. Well, that risks, that fears exist now on the markets, but they are very short term, and I think that very soon euro currency could turn to the downside again. I don't want to say that this will start some significant bear trend, some reversal, because our major thought that we will still have the bullish trend on the higher time frames, but market should finish with this turmoil that now stands in October in the United States. When this turmoil will lay down and will calm a bit, well, markets will return back to the normal functioning, and we probably will see the say some action on the euro currency that is based on the fundamental, and euro currency maybe will continue move to high on the fundamental basis. But currently there are no fundamental foundation for this action. That is just the fears on the market, panic and fears. That's why current action is we could call it not quite logical, if you could say. Well, in the short-term perspective, as I said, on that risks market still could drift slightly higher. That is possible, but what we will see later, I think that market should play out somehow these risks back, and we should keep an eye on this potential level. That is around 136.50, 136.90 area. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have this butterfly. This target of the butterfly stands around 136.35 probably. Just let's measure it. Yes, 136.34. Slightly lower than the targets on the daily time frame, but approximately it's the same area. Also, market is forming some kind of the widening triangle. We do not have any divergence here, but the price action is really choppy, and you can see there's really solid retracements. Thrusting up is also very significant, but retracement also are deep. So that is not quite logical for the euro currency. Euro currency usually, when it shows the strong trend up, it shows very small retracement, something of that sort on the daily time frame. Well, and our major level to watch for on the current week is on the hourly time frame. You could see this previous high. It's around 135.66. So any return right back below these highs in the nearest term will probably lead to some downward action. That's the level that we should watch for on the current week. Speaking about the particular positions, guys, in fact, if you have taken the long position based on our assumption on the upward move and on the breakout of this range on the stop grabber on the daily time frame, well, you probably could still hold it for some time, but a tight stop, be sure that it stands now at the break even. Well, for those who do not have any position, I do not see currently the possibility to take it, because upward action is not very impressive right now. I don't know, of course, what will happen soon, because any news that could be released could shake the markets. But I'm not very fascinated with this action by the reasons that I have just talked to you. Well, that's why probably to enter short is a bit soon, a bit early, because probably, as I said, we should keep an eye on this high and watch. If market will move below it, then probably we will be able to take the short position. But currently, I do not see what could be done on the euro currency.